Hey fam, how's it going? Long time no see. But in today's video, we have Raging Accelerator Deployment. Let's get right to it. For the skill card, we have Blaze Accelerator Deployment. For monster lineup, we have 2 Volcanic Doomfire, 3 Volcanic Rockets, and 3 Raging Flame Sprites. For spells, we've got 2 Blaze Accelerators and 1 Wildfire. Onto traps, we got 3 Zomas, 3 Floodgate Trap Holes, and 3 Widespread Ruins. How to win / strategies. Now before we go over the game plan fam on how to win, let's review the skill card first. The skill card Blaze Accelerator Deployment. It reads, once per turn, you can change the name of one Blaze Accelerator you control to Tri-Blaze Accelerator. This skill can be used twice per duel. So why does this skill matter? Because it coincides with Volcanic Doomfire. You need Tri-Blaze Accelerator in order to summon this big guy. So now that that's been reviewed, let's go over the strategy. Okay fam, the beautiful thing about Volcanics is that they're purely an offensive based deck because they have high attack strength and destruction on demand. So it goes without saying that our end-all be-all win condition is going to be making that one big offensive push with Doomfire, right? But thankfully, the Volcanics, they have an ally within Raging Flame Sprite. And the reason I say that is because Raging Flame Sprite is also compatible with Blaze Accelerator because Blaze Accelerator states, send one Pyro monster with 500 or less attack from your hand to the graveyard. So when I realized this fam, I thought to myself, I'm going straight with Raging Flame Sprite instead of Volcanic Shell. Because in my personal playtesting experience with Volcanic Shell, I was very dissatisfied with it. Because Volcanic Shell only has 100 attack, you can't really do much with that. And if you draw multiple copies of it in your hand or early game, you're in a very bad spot. I'm sure many of you know this already. With Raging Flame Sprite fam, at least we can apply offensive pressure on the opponent. So meaning we have another way to win instead of placing it all on Doomfire, okay? So with the amount of traps that we have too, with 3 Widespread Ruins, 3 Zomas, and 3 Floodgate Trap Holes, we'll be able to slow down the opponent for sure. Just enough so that we can get Doomfire in our hand and go off on the opponent. Because honestly fam, that's the only problem with this deck is that we can't search out Doomfire. It's either we draw into it or we have it opening hand. So, and with the vast amount of trap cards that we have in the main deck here, I'm pretty confident of our chances that we'll be able to not only gain control of the field by slowing the opponent down with our trap cards, but we'll also be able to apply offensive pressure on the opponent at all times, thanks to the Volcanic's high offensive power and Raging Flame Sprite's pressure. Because remember, every time Raging Flame Sprite attacks, its attack goes up by 1,000. So the opponent's got to deal with it sooner rather than later. So that's the strategy fam. I know it was short and simple, but really Volcanics really are a simple offensive based deck. So the strategy fam is we're going to apply offensive pressure while slowly gaining control of the field with our traps. Okay? Card analysis. The skill card Blaze Accelerator Deployment. Again, another great skill made by Konami that will help us make Volcanics a little bit more playable. So provided we have Blaze Accelerator and Doomfire in hand, Doomfire is coming out twice this duel. Pretty cool, right? And then onto the Volcanic engine or Volcanic build. This fam right here is very self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go over it. Just one thing. Just don't forget with Volcanic Rocket, you can add the Blaze Accelerator from either the deck or graveyard. So that's why in some builds you only see people running one Blaze Accelerator so they have room for other tech choices or whatnot. But for me personally, I like the 2 Blaze Accelerators in here because of the skill card, because we can use it twice per duel. So why not, right? And then I played the 3 Raging Flame Sprite because again fam, in my personal play testing with Volcanic Shell, I was very dissatisfied with my results So when I realized that Raging Flame Sprite is also compatible with Blaze Accelerator, it was an instant yes for me that we're going with Raging Flame Sprite all the way. Because once Raging Flame Sprite hits the field, we're applying that instant offensive pressure on the opponent. Because with every attack that goes through with Raging Flame Sprite, its attack power increases, so the opponent essentially has 4 turns to deal with Raging Flame Sprite. And then we have the 1 copy of Wildfire. This is just a tech choice right here, so why not Torrential Tribute the whole field and get a token off of it, right? And then the 3 Floodgate Trap Holes. I believe that everyone knows the value of Floodgate Trap Hole at this point. You activate it successfully on your opponent. Their monster is basically a sitting duck. And that's the point of Floodgate Trap Hole in this deck. We want to slow down the opponent's monsters just in time so that Doomfire will come out and destroy them all, or Raging Flame Sprite is going to jump all over the monsters and attack the opponent directly. So Floodgate Trap Hole is a staple essential in this build, in my humble opinion. And then the 3 Zomas. Everyone knows what Zoma does. Zoma can win games on its own, offense, defense, or even tribute it. But in this case, we're trying to apply more offensive pressure and defensive pressure on the opponent. And then Widespread Ruin. This again was a personal tech choice. I felt like it just added to the overall theme of Volcanics of destruction on demand. And yeah, it just helps us gain control of the field of any pesky opponent's monsters. So yeah, fam. Where does this deck rank on the power scale? In my humble opinion, this deck is semi-competitive. Now, the reason why I say it's semi-competitive, fam, is because of consistency issues with the Doomfire. There's no way for us to search Doomfire in this deck. We have to draw into it, and that's why I felt the need to have this amount of traps in the main deck, and with Raging Flame Sprite helping carrying the load of bringing us to victory, because we'll probably have a better chance of drawing into Raging Flame Sprite compared to the Doomfire, and that's provided if everything else goes well, provided that we have the Rocket or the Blaze Accelerator too. But at least with Raging Flame Sprite, we kind of help mitigate the inconsistency issues with Raging Flame Sprite's instant offensive pressure. And then with the backup amount of traps that we have, we should be able to gain control of the field and onto victory. But yeah, fam, that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to hit the like button, helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, your Speed Duel bro, you're more than welcome to subscribe, because 2 things. 1, I always play to win, and I'll show you how to win. Just watch my videos. And 2, if you love speed duels, I'm sure you'll love me too. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.